Open ang camera niyo. Let's have a attendance muna. Okay. So, kala ko ba face-to-face na tayo? Ah, 2 times a month lang tayo may face-to-face. No, kunwari lang. Na, naisahan tayo dun ah. Anyway, may face-to-face tayo sa Monday, di ba? So, anong oras tayo sa Monday? Mr. Carlo, anong oras tayo sa Monday?
Wait lang po, sir. Check ko. Gabi din po ata, sir.
Gabi? Ha? Inilagay ko dun sa, tingnan natin. April 17. No, Monday yun eh. Nakalagay dito 1 to 4 eh. Tama ba?
5 to 7. Ay,
1 to 4 tayo.
ay business analytics pala, sir. Na 1
Oo.
to 4 po. Sakto.
Oh, 1 to 4 tayo sa Monday. Naku, may meeting pa naman ako eh. Ewan ko, titingnan ko. Hindi ko alam yung meeting namin sa office, but I'm sure I'll be meeting you. No? Exciting yun, di ba? Kasi may pasok na, no? Selfie-selfie tayo. Okay? So, si mang photographer ngayon, Dan Leo Yabot, can you take a picture para maayos tayo, mamadali tayong matapos? Bilisan natin. I share with you the Google Drive link, di ba? I hope everyone tried to pick on the Google Drive and try to read. So kung may tanong na kagad about the lesson, lesson 1, we'll discuss it today. Kung ano pa man yung matatapos natin, and then we'll have to check also on some links, no? Kasi meron akong video na nilagay doon. Kung makikita nyo sa lesson 1, let's try to share. So nakuha na naman picture, Mr. Yabot. Okay na ba? Di pa. Ano yan? Meron na? Post it in the group chat. Na-post mo na ba? Naririnig nyo ba ako? Okay, wala. Kala ko sira yung mic ko. Anyway, thank you very much for that. No? Bait talaga ni Mr. Yabot. Tingnan nyo. Oh. Diba? Nakasalamin siya. Okay? Diba, Miss Pagayunan? Pareho kayong nakasalamin. Di ba pag nakasalamin, genius? Anyway, let's look at the instructional material. You can close your camera para makapag-save. Close ko yung mic ko eh. Sorry. So, okay. So, if you already read, no? Kasi I'm going to, I'm expecting everyone to have a initiative, proactivity, no? To read something, to read about the lesson, to read about the course. You know, as a value discussion, no? Yung proactivity is more than initiative, no? So I would expect every member of the class has the proactivity, no, to read and to know about the subject. Para maganda, may discussion eh. Sa ngayon nakikita ko, no, yung mga estudyante ngayon, they would always be passive and try to hear something na lang without interaction. Yung problem natin. Eh. So let's have at least uh, a healthy discussion about subjects. Kasi sa Monday, maganda sa Monday, mag-recitation, mag-exam. Eh, no? Di ba, Mr. Ira Ismael Rosales? Pag-exam ka agad para exciting. No? Something na yun ang nami-miss ko eh. No? Yung nag-exam nakikita ko. No? At alam ko nagkukopyahan, nag-iingay. So something na nababantayan kayo. Panahon ng pandemic, wala. Hindi ko alam kung ano pinagagawa niyo no, pag nag-exam. Anyway, so let's go back to the lesson and have I'm going to share the screen para yan, may pinuksan ako rito, no? Yan, ang gulo. Sorry. Uy. Wait lang. Kung makita tuloy. So this is the material. Okay. Kita nyo ba? Sound off kayo, ano? Kung hindi nakikita. So this is the business analytics, no? The last delivery of this subject is this semester. So by next school year, no, second sem school year, wala na ito. Kasi kayo yung last, no? Okay na makakapag-experience ng business analytics. Okay, so ayan, no? The introduction, blah, 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 no? Sana mabasa nyo to. And then, let's see the table of contents. So pag nagbabasa ako ng libro, tinitingnan ko yung table of contents. No? Typical when I was a student, I always look at the first chapters, the first part, then I go to the last part, and then I go to the middle part. Kasi nakakaano ko minsan eh, pag nagbabasa ka ng libro, di ba? Nakakabagot, no? Lalo kung ayaw mo, no? Just like reading a novel, no? You will see on module 1, you have the basic concepts of fundamentals. The module 2 is the data collection. Module 3 is data management. Module 4, type of business analytics. Module 5, predictive analytics. Actually, may ibang analytics type, no? First level is more of descriptive. Second level is predictive. The third level of analytics is predictive. Okay? So, ang wala sa atin dito is yung prescriptive. Meron dito predictive. Okay? So, let's look for materials here. Presentation of the details. Yung BIKW. No? So, hope everyone is interested enough to know what is business analytics. So, okay, medyo mabagal. Yan. Nakikita nyo ba? Ang first page, the title page, the module 1. Okay. So, let's go back doon sa mga, ewan ko, natutunan nyo information processing concept, no? Yung basic concept of computer. When we discuss computer, itong in-emphasize ko, even before, no, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, we always look at the concept of the computer from the viewpoint of data, no, data processing, and also from the viewpoint of uh, programming, di ba? So, computer concepts that we learn uh, when we start learning um, yung kung zero knowledge tayo sa computer, we always look at ano ba yung function ng computer. Basically, meron tayong tinitingnan na data, pinaprocess yung data, binibigyan tayo ng information. The first two level of our learning about uh, the concept related to business analytics or data analytics. So merong data, merong uh, information. There is more than that, no? Pag tiningnan natin yung konsepto, no? We look at processing, no, of the information. Kung may mga data tayo, no? Alam natin, no, kahit nakapikit tayo, ang data are numbers, no? Figures, letters, say, image, maybe this type of different information, no? Lalo na yung mga convergent information, pati audio nga pati yung mga naririnig natin, music, those are considered as data. In the business point of view, we look at the data, as an input to provide us information. So when we process the data, it will give us information. And how you process the data is dependent on the need for you to process. In some cases, when you sort a certain group of data, it gives you an information. Yun yung sinasabi kong processing. Okay? So halimbawa, meron kang listahan dyan na hindi naka-alphabetize. Nauuna yung apelido, sumunod yung first name, saka middle initial. Pag pinanoses mo yan, in-arrange mo, that would give you information, di ba? So kung ang mga data na nakalagay doon is pangalan ng mga members ng klase, ng DICT 24, that would give you information. Okay? So in this case, we are looking at data as related to business. So tingnan nyo, there are two types of information processing. Transactional saka analytical. Okay. Transactional focus on data item processing, such as insertion of data, modification, deletion, transmission, and an analytical query. Usually kapag ikaw ay isang developer, gumagawa ka ng proseso na ganito, ina-automate mo, di ba? So that's more of transactional. Okay? So nasa kumbaga sa level, kumbaga sa hierarchy, ito yung front end, ito yung normal na ginagawa natin sa data. So transactional. So when you change the product price, when you increase the credit limit, those are samples, concrete example of transactional. Ano pa? Pwedeng sabihin natin, i-update natin yung data, modify, o kaya when you say update in terms of changes, ang tinitingnan natin dito, yung change product price is more of a master file. So when we update it, that gives you the changes that you made. Either, pag sinabing update kasi is generic term, di ba? So pwede kasing in-update mo based dun sa new data, in-overwrite mo, kaya nag-add ka, nag-embed ka. So we're looking at transactional at the level na may ginagawa ka sa data na nagbabago siya. We call that delta. Okay? So yung non-analytical query, it's another type, no? So nililista mo lang siya. Nililista mo, well, if you're familiar, sino familiar sa SQL, Structured Query Language o SQL? Um, if you know that language, if you're using that, you are able to process the data in a transactional manner. Kasi when you select, di ba? When you select and then you perform update, modify, delete, those are the very example. Okay? So analytical data, mas tinitingnan natin siya as uh, giving you information that could be used for decision making. Okay? So nakafocus ito sa reporting. We say analysis, no? Analysis is, ano ba sa Tagalog yung analysis? It's more of inuuri natin, inaalam natin, no? Trina-transform natin yung data. Okay? So is there a significant increase in cost? That gives you information that is useful to you. So, makukuha mo yan through analysis. So, ang pag-a-analyze, I think yung theory of learning natin, no, should be understood also. Pag sinabi nating analysis, pwedeng dalawang klase o dalawang uri ng data, pinaghambing mo, ano yung mataas, ano yung mababa. No? Ano yung nag-increase yung cost, ano yung bumaba ang cost. Ano yung top 10 product. So, ano yung normal na nangyayari sa analytical processes natin? Pinaghahambing natin, we contrast. Kaya sabihin natin chine-check natin o bine-verify natin o binabalidate natin against our standard criteria. Okay? So, these two is the common type of information processing. Kung meron pa man, I think it's more of a different flavor of these two. No? Pero these are two major type of information processing. So let's go to the concept of the IKW. Ano yung D? Data, information, yung I, yung K naman is knowledge, and W is wisdom. Diba? Yan yung model. So if you already read this, no, I think you are able to distinguish its level. So dito sa right, makikita nyo retrieval, it's intuitive, but rational and algorithmic. So it's a matter of how you extract or get the information dito sa side. Dito naman yung understanding. So we look at relationship, patterns, and principles. Usually, sa data, wala tayong nakikita pang relationship. Kapag inilagay niya natin sa second level yan, ginawa nating information, that would make sense to us. So data could give you relationships of several concepts or several information. Okay? So dun sa taas, patterns, ang knowledge naman talaga may patterns yan. Ang knowledge ay meron tayong patterns. No? Okay? Alam natin kung paano ginagawa ang isang programming algorithm. Okay? So, and above that, kapag meron ka ng patterns, you establish principles. No? And wisdom is founded on principles. Okay? Ang tinitingnan nating theory dito is basically ang wisdom ay nanggagaling dun sa mga data, information na na-process at yung mga kaalaman, no, na nakukuha nyo sa araw-araw na ginagawa nyo. Usually, yung knowledge naman, pag sinabi natin is organized. No? Ito yung proseso na nakukuha natin kapag nag-formal learning tayo. So, knowledge refers to cognitive. No? Ito yung function ng ating utak kung saan nag-a-accept ng mga information, and then that information is identified and used for situation that call its usefulness, such that halimbawa, no, merong binigay sa yung problem sa programming, no, nag-iisip ka na, meron ka na sa utak mo na mga say template na nabuo mo base dun sa mga unang pag-aaral mo. So those are patterns that you can use, or another word that I use is the template, wherein you can perform some operations as at use sa programming. Kaya simple mathematical application lang. May pattern ka na, alam mo na, may mga data kang na encounter before. So you go to the last, the wisdom. No, yung wisdom mas madidiscuss natin ng malinaw when we go to the next, no. So anyway, this is the pyramid based on another perspective. So kanina we talk about transactional processing and analytical processing. If you're going to relate it dito sa pyramid, no, nasa baba yung transactional. So ito yung organizing and collecting. And when you organize the data, it also refers to the delta that I have mentioned, the changes. Okay. So initially, data generation is performed in transactional processing. Okay, you collect the data, so you capture the data, and then you go to level of analytical processing, which is nasa information, knowledge, saka wisdom level. Okay, so tingnan nyo mabuti, no? Analytical processing would include summarizing and analyzing at the level of information. Okay, kapag nagkaroon ka na ng mga stock knowledge, nagkaroon ka na ng maraming impormasyon, you can synthesize this. When you say synthesize, it's more than the conclusion, no? So try to understand, no, in the point of view of a philosophical thought, no? When you say synthesize, is pagsasama-sama ng mga iba-ibang idea. Kaya ang idea na yon is based on your analysis. Okay? So later on, it becomes part of your system, part of your brain that could be used for decision making. So when it becomes part of your brain, it becomes knowledge. No? So on the top of that knowledge, kapag marami ka ng experiences, no, nagkakaroon ka ng wisdom, pero ang wisdom is not necessarily based on knowledge. Okay, mamaya, punta natin yung next, no? So anyway, this is how a maturity level is presented, no? Okay, yung solution maturity. Ito ay isang perspective ito ng interpretation ng data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. Okay, so look at this, no? In the point of view of an IT application, you have the data. Go to the next level of maturity, maging information siya, di ba? And then you interpret that information, you understand the relation, you apply it to the context, and then makikita mo ngayon yung key performance indicators sa dashboard display. So ito yung view natin ng information na-organize na at nailagay mo sa isang screen, for example, sa isang LCD display, no? So yung knowledge after that, no, ay makukuha mo coming from this information. No? So na-apply mo yung knowledge patterns na yon, then you understand the causes, you accumulate the knowledge, and makakabuo ka ng support system. So typical itong nangyayari, ano? When we implemented, I was once part of this company that provides support, no, sa mga services ng say SM, no, yung SMAC, no. Kita mo yung SMAC, is a card, di ba? Yung SMAC card, no, Advantage card, nakukuha mo yung mga data coming from the yung mga reklamo ng tao, di ba? So kung meron kang dashboard display that would monitor all this, you can now apply yung mga experiences na nakuha mo base doon sa mga record ng mga problems, no? So ang nangyayari dito, kapag nagtagal ang isang staff doon sa technical support team, alam na niya kapag may isang problem, alam niya yung solusyon kagad because there is already established patterns, no, in understanding of causes. Okay? So yung wisdom na binabanggit dito, no, based on the solution maturity level perspective, it gives you a better, not only better but excellent processes. Kasi magaling ka ng, it would give you experiences, therefore you can have competitive advantage, saka mabilis kang magkaroon ng desisyon. So kaya nakalagay dito yung usefulness because that would give the owner of the business, for example, advantage, no, against his competitors. Okay, so that would give us a little more of set perspective, no, pagdating sa DIKW wisdom. And why it is related in business analytics? Because dito naman nakasalalay yung yung ating paggagawa ng solusyon sa mga problem na encounter natin. No? For example, itong kailangan natin ng mga data. No? So, nagsisimula tayo sa pagkuha ng information ng data. Typical lang, halimbawa SM. No? So, how they are able to establish themselves as one of the biggest, no, mall chain, they definitely utilize this approach, no? And definitely it gives them competitive advantage. Okay, so let's go to the next, no? So okay, these are analysis perform. I think these are self-explanatory. Yan, no, tandaan nyo, no? Reasoning correlation is one of the highest level of analysis. Sa mga statistics presentation, sa mga research presentation, ginagamit natin yan. Typical na meron tayong business, we always look at analysis as our tool or weapon to move forward or to close our business. Okay? Okay, another concept here, yung tacit and explicit knowledge. So pupunta tayo dun sa higher level. Okay? The highest level um, is wisdom, di ba? Sinasabi natin. Pero there are concept that needs to be understood, no, in terms of how we as a people, as a human, think. Okay? Yung tacit knowledge or knowing how is embedded in the human minds through experience and job. Okay? So this is based on learning. Okay? Tacit knowledge include insights and intuition. Okay? Paano natin magagawa, no, na maintindihan yung tacit and explicit knowledge in our daily life, no? Kasi marami sa atin, no, nagre-rely tayo dun sa formal education. Pero yung tacit knowledge kasi gives us another advantage in terms of mas marami kang experiences o karanasan outside the classroom, gives you or makes you street smart. That would give you advantage from the others in terms of personal experiences. Ito sinasabi kasi yung tacit knowledge, hindi siya na-describe, no? Hindi siya, some say you cannot measure it. Pero in some cases, you are able to see na yung personal wisdom and experience, siguro na may measure siya if you know the person, o kaibigan mo siya. Ang mahalaga, no, yung tacit knowledge ay malaki ang tulong na nagagawa sa mga decision making. So, yung insight sa intuition, those are two words na ginagamit normally, no, sa business analysis. No? So, mas malalim na pag-iisip yung pagbigay ng insights saka yung intuition. Intuition, sasabi natin, power natin yun, di ba? Mga babae daw, merong ganyan, may intuition. But I think this is developed, no, yung intuition. Ito yung may nakikita ka na pwedeng mangyari base sa analysis mo kasi that analysis is founded on data na alam mo ang magiging behavior. Okay? So, let's try to understand this tacit and explicit knowledge in your personal life. Kasi maganda rin may apply not only as part of our business analytics subject. Okay? So, ang madali yung explicit knowledge kasi magbasa ka lang, sundan mo yung binasa mo, halimbawa memo yan, that would give you explicit knowledge. Okay? Yung sinasabi natin knowing that. Ayan, may dalawang klase no knowledge na kinukumpara, no? Ang explicit knowledge ay objective, rational, and technical, while tacit or implicit knowledge, subjective, cognitive, experiential. So masyadong personal itong isa, yung isa naman is based dun sa pinag-iisipan talaga. So explicit knowledge is structured, ang tacit knowledge is personal, ang fixed content naman yung explicit knowledge, context sensitive yung isa. So, and so on and so forth. So, try to contrast, no, and validate if this is applicable to us. Okay? So, ito pa yung some presentations. Okay? So yung explicit nasa taas siya, no, nakalitaw. So yung implicit or tacit knowledge is nasa ilalim. Parang iceberg siya. No? So ito yung unwritten, imprecise, intuition, consciousness, emotion. Okay? So we have tasks here, no? There are activities and assessment and also problems. So that ends, no? Our first slides, first PowerPoint presentation. Let's go back again dun sa IM natin. Ito yung instructional material. So going back to the objective, in order for you to know what level of understanding you have, try to focus on this objective. Okay. You identify the type of info processing, you distinguish the data, information, knowledge, and wisdom, describe the different type of analysis, explain the DIKW model, and you create a mind map for business analytics. Okay, so with that, you are able to define, okay, some values such as data, information, knowledge, and wisdom. Okay, so ito yung presentation based sa IM, and these are the definition. Okay. This is more useful or clear in the presentation. Okay. So these are some materials that you can read. Maya, if possible na panood natin yung YouTube video na to. No? Balikan natin yan. Now, let's go to the activities and assessment. Okay. Okay. In the management, ito yung tanong dito, no? In the management of COVID-19 pandemic, no? That's 2 years ago, explain how the IKW model framework helped in providing accurate and relevant decision in local government. Actually, napansin ko nga, hindi naman sila gumagamit ng ganito DIK sa mga barangay. No? As a data information, kung anong sabihin lang. No? Pag nagmura na yung presidente, yun na yung data na ano natin. Then how data is processed, distinguish between knowledge and information, you have to define it. So, what is tacit knowledge, what is explicit, and you should be able to give at least 5 specific examples. Okay, the problem given here is shown in the process flow using the narrative or business process diagram. How data is transformed into information, knowledge, and wisdom in typical retail system. Ang retail system is Jollibee. Paano pinaprocess yung data doon? How it is transformed to information. Looking at the processes, pag pumasok ka, bibili ka, pipili ka ng data, those data represents the product, no? And then it goes to payment, it goes to the kitchen, and then balik sa'yo. No? So, in its stage, there is a transformation of data. Okay? So, this is how you analyze and how to create the process. Anyway, this YouTube video refers to the definition, which is in lesson number 2. Okay, bago tayo pumunta sa lesson number 2, kung kaya nating patakbuhin to. I hope this is tayo. Naririnig nyo ba yan?
Hindi po, sir.
Hindi nyo naririnig?
Hindi po.
Paano nga natin? Oh, this one.
Practice of exploring
Ayan.
an organization's
Naririnig niyo ba?
data and implementing statistical
Okay
analysis
na po,
to
sir.
drive decision making.
So,
For business analytics to make an impact on an organization,
this is 1.5 minutes, 1 minute and 50 seconds.
successful businesses depend on business analytics, commonly referred to as BA. Business analytics is the practice of exploring an organization's data and implementing statistical analysis to drive decision making. For business analytics to make an impact on an organization, it requires quality data, skilled data analysts, and a commitment to using data-derived insights to inform business decisions. There are different business analytic methodologies, including descriptive analysis, which tracks key performance indicators to understand the present state of a business, predictive analysis, which analyzes trends to anticipate future outcomes, and prescriptive analysis, which uses past performances to inform how to handle similar future situations. With an established business goal, stakeholders can select an appropriate methodology. Analysis tools can range from a simple spreadsheet to complex data mining and predictive modeling applications. BA is often confused with business intelligence and data science, and while similar, there are key differences between the three. Business intelligence concerns current state affairs, looking at past and current data for immediate wins and successes. It also involves monitoring and alerting, dashboards, and scorecards. On the other hand, BA looks forward, preparing companies for future success through statistical analysis, data mining, and predictive modeling. BA varies from data science in that data science involves custom coding and exploring answers to open-ended questions.
Sir, hello
Sorry.
po.
Yes. Nakamute lang ako kanina. Sorry. So yung kanina, no, we saw a simple in a 1 minute and 50 seconds, no, na discuss na niya lahat. Okay? So definitely what we could do is to expound on the definition that the girl presented, no? So we have here the definition, business analytics. Okay? Dinistinguish niya kanina yung business analytics against business intelligence and data analytics, di ba? Iba-iba pa rin yung definition. Pero it's really a challenge for us, no? Kasi makabagong knowledge to na kaya nating gawan ng mga definition ayon sa ating pagkaunawa at gamit, no? That in this case yung business analytics, ano mang gamit niya, no? So dito binabanggit na business analytics is a data management solution and business intelligence subset. So related talaga siya dun sa business intelligence, no? Refer to the use of methodologies such as data mining, predictive analytics, and statistical analysis. Okay, so in order to analyze and transform data into useful information, identify and anticipate trends and outcome, and ultimately make smarter data-driven business decisions. So ultimate objective is to provide a data-driven business decision. So magkaiba lang nung presentation, no? 10 years ago or 20 years ago, uh, iba ang paraan ng pagkuha ng data at iba ang paraan ng presentation ng data. Pero, ganun pa rin ang objective, which is to help, no? Or to provide a data-driven business decision. Mas maganda nga lang ngayon kasi marami siyang iba't ibang area na pwedeng gamitin, such as data mining, predictive analytics, and statistical analysis. So, in this case, pinipresent siya as methodology. No? So, it depends on you, no, on how you appreciate yung several subset ng business analytics. Okay, so in the business point of view, business analytics is used by companies that are committed to making data-driven decisions. So data-driven companies treat their data as corporate asset and actively look for ways to turn it into competitive advantage. Sa ngayon kasi ang asset hindi lang tinitingnan yung hard objects, no? Yung sa definition ng General Accounting Manual, ang asset is about 10,000 and above ang amount. Pero dito sa atin, we don't put any value or amount to business analytics. Pero napaka-importante yung papel na ginagampanan. So anyway, kapag conservative ang tumingin, sasabihin niya, why you call that asset? Hindi naman natin yan nakahawakan because it's very abstract. It's a data, no? Although ang nakahawakan natin, yung hard part ng server, for example, kung saan nakalagay yung mga data na yan. But really, business analytics for the purposes of competitive advantages. Again, no? Yun yung mundo natin. Labanan ng lamangan. No? Because we are motivated by profit. Not unless you work in the government and you have a different perspective. Pero ganun pa rin. It tells us na kapag ginamit mo yung business analytics, you always go for the win. Diba? Okay? So, in another definition, these are skills, technologies, practices for continuous iterative exploration and investigation of past business performance to gain insight and drive business planning. Business analytics focus on developing new insight and understanding of business performance based on data and statistical methods. Actually, part siya ng definition na prescriptive analytics. In contrast, business intelligence traditionally focus on using a consistent set of metrics to both measure past performance and guide business planning. This is also based on data and statistical method. So itong business analytics, looking forward tayo o forward-looking tayo, itong business intelligence is tinitingnan niya yung past. Okay? So anong overview? We have descriptive, predictive, saka prescriptive. So ang descriptive, it answers the question or provides us the question what happened, what is happening. And then anong enablers ng descriptive analytics? These are the business reporting, dashboard, scorecard, data warehousing. And then well-defined business problems and opportunity. Ito yung sinasabi nating outcome, no? When you say outcome, this is the final state na gusto nating mangyari sa business natin. Okay? So, ang predictive naman, it answers or question. The question is what will happen? Why will it happen? Predictive, no? What will happen? Looking forward ka. Dito sa descriptive, nangyari na, no? Tapos, dinefine mo na lang yung mga statistics ng pangyayari. Ano yung effect? Makikita mo yan sa dashboard. So, sa predictive, you can perform data mining, text mining, web media mining, and forecasting. And you can also measure the outcomes as the accurate projection of future in states and condition. For the prescriptive, which is one of the highest level of the business analytics, is ano ang gagawin ko at bakit ko gagawin yon. So based on the data that you have, the system or your ecosystem could prescribe what you're going to do. So we have here optimization, simulation, decision modeling, and expert system. The best possible business decision and transaction is the outcome of prescriptive. Okay? Outcomes is more than output. Outcome is more than what we expect. Outcome is the final state of a business based on the processes that gives this company the data that they have. Okay, so ano-ano yung dapat yung basahin? You have to read this book. I think it's already included. Okay. So these are the data. That ends. Let's check this. Okay, so let's have this business analytics. These are another information okay, wait lang. Okay, we'll continue. We're looking at this is the additional information that you can read. Sa material yan. Okay. So do you have any question on that basic concept? So we finished lesson 1 and 2. It's now 8:25. I think we'll now end this online session. So you can make an advanced reading. Medyo maiksi lang to. The model of business analytics. Okay. Ano pa? So this is more yun. Sa kanya. Natin ulit. What is the best? Napakaraming material, no? Okay, so this is another reading and the video.
Okay, so we're going to talk about what is business analytics,
So this is
how it's
also a
done,
simple
who's using it,
presentation.
and then we'll discuss a few
This is
challenges
a-
and tips
This is
that I picked up along the
21
way
minutes,
that
no?
be happy to share with you. Okay, so first, what is business analytics? So business analytics involves using tools and techniques to turn data into meaningful business insights. So it's using tools and techniques to turn data into meaningful business insights. So that data could be from spreadsheets or from traditional databases.
What's
It could also be
your
from Twitter, or from Facebook.
task? No, you can continue watching that offline. That gives us the conclusion of the session today. So please open your camera so that we could take another picture for your background. No? Okay. So any idea of what is the use of business analytics? Kasi at this point, aalisin na siya doon sa high-tech curriculum. Baka bang pakinabang yan. Pero the best, I think, for you to do is to read, no? Kasi may mga programming languages that support business analytics, such as Python. So, yung R. So, what you can do is to read and try to understand ano ba talaga yung pwedeng gamit in business analytics. Sa ngayon kasi we are in a changing situation wherein hindi na tayo tumitingin doon sa information management. Sa PUP lang, sa high-tech lang yata yung information management. So we're looking at data management na may twist tayo, no? Na ang ginagawa natin is we gather data, no? Kasi sobrang dami ng data natin. Big data, dadaanan natin yan, yung big data. So yun na yung pina-process natin, napakarami, sobrang dami. So ang iniisip natin is that how can you maximize the use of all this data. So later on, we will be looking at the way to process, the way to understand this data, the way to visualize this data. Okay? So, sino yung photographer natin? Mr. Riabot? Alam mo si Mr. Riabot dito? Mr. Villosilio.
Sir, naka-phone po ako. Hindi ko pa
Naka-phone. Sinong hindi? Ito meron. Miss Ranis, naka-computer ka ba? Nasaan ka, Miss Ranis? Are you working?
Nasa work po ako, sir.
Yun nga eh. Pwede ka bang mahuli ka dyan?
Ay, hindi po. Allowed naman po ako.
Allowed niya? Okay. Sino pa
tablet.
nasa work? So, how many? 43 tayo. Napakarami, no? So, I want you to, anyway, kukuha na lang ako ng picture. Kasi para may attendance ako. So, this is the attendance today, na. Ano ba yan? Ingay. Sino yung maingay dyan? Ingay, no? Okay, so this is BA 24, no? Today is April 14. Kasi kasama na sa kasama na yung attendance sa grade niyo. So just wait for task to do. Lahat naman na gagawin natin is written already in the IM, but we will do some makakapasok ba yung iba sa Monday? Sino hindi makakapasok? Miss Ranes? Makakapasok ka ba?
Opo, out ko po yun eh. Diretso
Okay.
po ako sa
Okay, yun
sa
na kasi yun. So, sino pa yung, wala naman ibang nag-work aside from you, no?
Ako po, sir, hindi po makakapasok po sa Monday.
Miss Aguas, bakit?
6 a.m. hanggang 3 p.m. po yung work ko po.
Bakit? Ano ba yun? Ano bang work mo?
Call center po.
Paano yan? Hindi ka
Ano,
namin makikita personally. No? Very exciting pag nakita na yung mga estudyante. No? Anyway, so wala pa tayong room dun eh. No? So si Miss Reyes din siya. Ganun din? Are you working also? Tricia Reyes?
Opo, sir.
Saan ka naman nagtatrabaho?
Sa McDonald's naman po. Bulacan.
Sa Bulacan.
Opo.
Tapos magbabiyahe ka pa.
Yes po.
Oh, okay. So 1 to 4 naman yun. So kasi I want to know yung schedule nyo on Monday. Ano yung first class nyo? 7:30 ba yun? Hanggang 12:30? Then second class ako 1 o'clock to 4. Ano ba? Meron pa bang last? May last ano pa ba? Subject kayo? Ano schedule Mr. Carlo?
Meron po kaming evening, sir.
So kailangan, well, tatambay din kayo kapag ano, di ba?
Opo, sir. Medyo malawak po yung
Anong
weekend
sunod na
pagkatapos
oras?
po ng class.
Anong oras ba? Yung susunod? After
7,
4
6,
ay gano'n. 4, 5. Hirap po,
5
no?
po.
5?
5. Isang oras weekend.
4 and 5. Okay, sige. We'll have to use the room naman doon sa laboratory. Hindi ko pa alam kasi last time gumamit kami sa second room, second floor, no? Sa 204 yata. Gulo-gulo kasi dyan. Although may room tayo, hindi naman iba-iba yung ano scheduling. Anyway, with that, let's end this. No? So, sino yung mga Reyes, Carlo, De Rosario, John, May, Alexis, Ola, Organo, Santos, Aurelia, Raib, Queen. Queen, I think kailangan mo akong kausapin, di ba? Queen, about your grade last, narinig mo ba ako?
Yes po, sir.
Oo.
Chat ko na lang po kayo later po.
Ha? Ano ba ginawa, anong grade ang inano ko, ilagay ko? Wala ka lang problem sa sa akin. I mean, kasi nahanap kita last sem. Anyway, Panghulan, Roque, Jaidin, you just chat me if you have problems or something wrong with I mean that affect yung performance mo sa klase, just plug me up, something na need to know, kasi sayang should do better, gusto ko lahat kayo maayos kasi sayang, yung mga grades numbers lang yan, but it will also impact you. It could also provide some data about you, di ba? So try to talk with me in case, kasi madali naman kausap. Doon lang ako sa room 421, diyan sa main building. In case na may kailangan kayo. Wala naman ako kasi mga kasama ko doon. Pag may mga problem yung kanyang estudyante, they could drop by. Wala namang problem sa akin. So please focus on the study and try to improve. Dahil ngayon naman balik na tayo sa okay, balik na tayo sa face-to-face, although very limited, but it's better. Meron tayong interaction. Hindi na nagiging reason yung mental health issue natin, di ba? I have a lot of students in the last 2 years who has problems, pero ganun talaga ang buhay natin. So, ang ating dapat tandaan. So, Catherine, Carla, Apog, Leo, Pagbitan. Sino yung nasa probinsya pa hanggang ngayon? Sa probinsya pa kayo nakatira lahat? Tapos papasok lang kayo once, diba? Monday ang ano nyo, di ba? Monday lang ba ang face-to-face nyo? Miss Rhea Tricia is Bulacan, no?
Next week
Alexis,
po, sir.
next week, anong ano nyo? Anong schedule?
Meron po kaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. Pero yung Friday po, in-announce na holiday.
Ano yun? Oo nga pala, no? Friday ba? Kala ko Saturday yun. Hindi, Muslim holiday, di ba? 21? Tama ba?
According mo dito sa announcement, sir, Friday. At 21, 22, 23.
Ang holiday.
Yes,
Yan
po.
ba?
Pero April 21 lang po yung
Red ba yun? I mean, may announcement from
Opo,
Malacanang.
proclamation. May proclamation number na po.
Oh, sige, kasi naman baka ginawa na naman ng holiday. Economics. Okay naman. 21 pala. Anyway, sige. We will, gusto ko kasi araw-araw nang pumasok na eh. Ako naman kasi ang oras ko alanganin. Anyway, nasa May naman ako. Pumapasok na talaga ako sa last 2022, no, last year, March. Sa May na. Okay. So si Miss Raet, kumusta? Umuwi ka ba sa Bicol? Binagyo kayo doon Ha?
Hindi po.
Hindi ka na umuwi doon. Ako hindi na nakauwi. Sa holiday, pumunta ako ng Pililya. Sa Rizal. Pumunta ako ng Tanay. Sa Regina Rica. Ganda ron, no? Diba? Saan kayo nagbakasyon? Sino nagbakasyon sa malayo? Any experience bago tayo mag-end? 8:39 pa naman. 9:30 talagang 9 o'clock pala natin. Mr. Santos, saan ka pumunta? Are you Catholic? Bakit? What can you say? Ayaw na? Titiwalag na? Tiwalag na kayo sa... Yeah. Wow. Si Mr. Ola, tatawa-tawa ka dyan. Nakita akong isa dito. Sino ba yung nakabukas ang camera dito? Obida. Meron ba Obida rito? Meron ba rito? May naka-open kanina dito.
Yes po, sir.
Ano nangyayari sa'yo? Ikaw ba'y nagbabakasyon o ano?
Opo.
Ano po, naglalaro pa eh.
Hindi po.
Ano nangyari? What happened? Sino may exciting experience last Holy Week? Kasi ang haba ng bakasyon Monday. Hindi ako nagmotor lang ng motor. Miss Del Rosario, saan ka pumunta last time?
Bahay lang po, sir.
Bahay lang? Saan kayo nakatira? Saan ba kayo? Saan lugar nyo?
Isabela po yung probinsya.
Pero nasa Manila ka? Nasa Manila
dito
ka?
po sa Caloocan.
Caloocan. Okay. Mr. David Yang, Ken David. Anong ginawa mo? Ikaw ba'y nagmuni-muni? Miss Labilies, ikaw ba'y nagmuni-muni? Nag-isip ng mga kasalanan? Miss Topacio, nagdasal? Kasi yun, namimiss ko no? You know, I grew up in the province. And, diba, pag Wednesday, meron siyang posisyon. Ngayon, wala na. Hindi mo na. Nangyari ngayon, pag may holidays, gusto mo mag-swimming. Kaya tuloy maraming namamatay, di ba? Nanulunod. I don't know. Anyway, I hope everyone is safe, no? Medyo bumabalik yung mga sipon-sipon ngayon. Sa bahay, may mga sipon yung kasama ko. Sa office, ganun din. So, please keep safe. By Monday, dapat maayos tayo. Ganda yung ating pakiramdam. And see you there. And, tama ba? Alauna ba? Alauna tayo, no? So, sa iTech, palagay ko naman hindi kayo maliligaw. Punta na kayo doon. I hope everyone, sana makakuha tayo ng group. Aga dapat ako pumunta, 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock na ako nakapunta last time. Isang klase ako yung 2-2. I meet them. So, kayo yung second na class na mamimit ko. Okay? So, with that, kung wala ng question, I think we will do some, activity sa Monday just to repress our minds that we are still studying. Namimiss ko na yan, yung mga exam, yung mga sinisigawan ko yung mga estudyante, makukulit, maingay. Anyway, so, kung wala na, so, sige, goodbye. Ano? Kumain muna kayo. Ako, hindi pa kumakain kasi galing pa ako sa PUP kanina. No? Okay, thank you very much. And nice seeing you again. Okay, goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye po, sir.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.